well, someone asked me to talk about this club, yeah, so here we go. I mean, what can you say about the Rex? What a club, mate. What a big club. The best club I've ever been to, 100% bar none. The Rex. What a, like, only like for raves. Well, rave venue, club venue, pub, whatever, yeah. This is the best night out, best club ever, bar none. It's a shame it ain't there no more, man. Growing up in Romford as well, yeah, everyone I knew growing up, friend or foe, I think everyone I ever knew growing up definitely went to the Rex at least once. I mean, it was literally, what, how many stops is it? 7 or something? 7, 8 stops. It's not far. There's a few more stops than that, but it ain't far. It's like one train, half hour. Yeah, mate. Do you know, like, do you know when you think back to like certain memories you have of certain things, yeah, and like good memories. So like you'll think of a certain tune, or a certain tune dropping, or the build up to a certain tune. It might sound eerie or something. You might remember. You might think back to a certain set of strobe lights or something, make you, that bring you back to like a certain time. You know what I mean? All them memories are definitely I can pull out of the Rex, 100%. 100%. The Rex was talking about strobe lights. I might as well get this one out of the way. If anyone's ever been there, does anyone remember the dancing baby, the strobe light, the dancing baby? It was like a strobe light of a dancing baby, the nappy, like proper like skanking to drum and bass. Trippy, mate, trippy. Dancing baby, what am I on about? Queuing up, yeah. Do you know what? This ain't unique to the Rex, but like just queuing up to a rave in general, and you can like you're listening and you can hear the vibration. You can't really hear the tune. It's just like just vibrating through the walls. You can feel it like you're leaning on it, vibrating. And it's getting stronger and louder. Like the closer to the entrance you're getting. That's a big feeling. That's a big feeling, mate. Stratford Rex. Mate, I'm just gonna have to just talk about different incidents, mate. I used to get in some pickles there, man. Like, that's the thing about raves, yeah. Oh, that was a banging rave. That was a banging rave. It would only be a banging rave if you was off your nut. And you can't really remember. I can't anyway. I remember little nibbles here and there. I have little like snippets, like I was like just little flashbacks. Oh yeah, that rave was amazing. For that 30-second snippet, I can remember. Ooh, mate, we was having it. If anyone remembers, that's the first rave I ever went to, actually. The first rave I ever went, Stratford Rex. Yeah, mate, how old was I? I was still in school, like the later end of school, so 15, 16. Generally can't remember. One of them two. I went with a kid that was a year older than me, and I can't remember if it was just us two that went to that, and we met up with some other boys later on, or 3 of us went. It was like me, the older boy, and we took some kid that was like a year younger than me with us. Same kid, like he was good stuff. But no, but what was? I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 of us. That's not even important, yeah. But we go to our boogie times. We've already spoke about boogie times, yeah. Boogie times at Romford Station, yeah. Sold all the rave tickets, yeah. Went there, school uniform, boom. Innovation warning, yeah. Birthday, 4th birthday. Innovation warning, 4th birthday. 2001. Bought the tickets, bang. Like you sort of I'm half expecting to get a knock back anyway, mate. I'm in my school uniform. Mate is going, yeah, no, sweet. So we bang, we buy them. Like, we'll see each other later, yeah. Boom, go and meet up. Yeah, I mean, listen, I weren't an old looking 15-year-old or 16-year-old either, mate. I've got a tracksuit on as well, yeah. You know what I mean, I probably look as old as what I am, 15. Got no ID, no nothing. He's met me. He's a little short ass as well, yeah. So shorter than me. We've met up. It's just me and him. And then we went to Aldwood Station, yeah. And there was a few other boys there, yeah. Uh, mate. Yeah, so we got on the train, said hello to the boys, got on the train, we got there, and like these boys that we sort of see at Aldwood, they're still, none of them are 18 either, yeah, but they're at least some of them look old enough, and some of them, you know what I mean, and yeah, me and my mate just looked bare young, bare young. So like a couple of other travellers like, yeah, queue up on your own and all that, yeah. Fully expected us not to get in. Now I'm thinking, I might not get in now, but like, you know what I mean. But anyway, there's no drama. We got in, queuing up. We could feel the vibration of what I'm getting excited now. I'm not seeing anyone getting knocked back. Not seeing nobody get knocked back, mate. But we're in. You know what I mean? I think I had probably bought 5 E's for a score. Probably. Maybe I had 10. But probably 5. I was so young, it's probably 5. Like, you know what I mean? Mate, there's nothing like coming up for the first time. I've done these before, yeah, but this is the first time in a rave. It's so like you can't describe a drum and bass rave unless someone's been there, yeah. Like it's so loud, yeah. You're getting in. We sort of got in there early as well. It was dead, yeah. We probably got in there at 10:30. It's empty, but it's still like, you know what I mean. You've got the big old dance floor when you walk in. Yeah, you've got the big old dance floor there, and on that side, if you look, you go up some steps and you've got a bar. And you've got a bar area with some seats, cushions that everyone ends up just beating off their nut on a couple of hours down the line. And yeah, we went upstairs. Yeah, sat on the like you can go upstairs, right? It's like a theatre. If you go upstairs and you can sit on the chairs, yeah, and look down onto the dance floor, right? So we're coming up, and my mate is tripping hard. He's one of them ones. He didn't look like he was. I look off my nut. I probably look off my nut when I'm sober, mate. Yeah, I'm one of them people, right? He don't look off his nut yet, but he acts weird, right? And there was these couple of boys in front of us, yeah. One of them had dreadlocks, right? And he just kept pulling the geezer's dreadlocks. I'm like, and the geezer's turning around like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm, I'm like coming up here, and I'm like, so I'm not really like, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. I don't. And he kept saying to me there, "I'm seeing the orange bit in his hair. I'm seeing the orange bit in his hair." So he just kept trying to grab this orange bit, yeah. Geezer's turning around, but the geezer's laughing. The geezer's like took it as if to say like, well, he took it as what it was. You know what I mean? He knew he was fucked. I can't remember the outcome of that, mate. Probably just got up and walked off. So I'm saying, like, that's the first rave I ever went to. That's the biggest memory I've got. Walking about, coming up to a church, sitting down, and him in grabbing some dreads there and pulling his dreadlocks. I actually see an old geezer standing at the bar. He just collapsed. Just collapsed as he was ordering a drink. The bird comes, sort of looked at him, and he got up again. He just took his drink and went. I mean, you don't get that at a club, mate. Geezer just standing there, coming up on his knee, just hit the deck like a sack of shit. Like, oh. And she just stands there, waits with her drink calmly. He gets up, she gives it to him, and he fucks off. Thank you, see you later. What else? What other things do I see? I see me mate. There was like a fag machine at the back, yeah, right, and there was a bouncer sitting on it, just chilling, yeah. So he's like, you know what I mean, just kicking his feet about like an infant in a chair. You know what I mean? Just sitting there kicking his feet about. And my mate was gone. He was absolutely, you know what I mean, chewing his face off. Yeah, he sort of like got down on his hands and knees and grabbed the bouncer's shoe, like grabbed his leg, like bouncer sort of looked. We were like, "What are you doing?" And he started to like polish and rub his shoe. So like, we were like, what's going to happen here? Like, and the bouncers just laughed. The bouncers just laughed, mate. Well, what's he going to do? He's probably off his nut anyway, you know what I mean? I mean, first time I ever went there, yeah, you go up the stairs from the bottom, yeah. You go up the stairs to get up to the theatre bit where you see it, and there's a bar up there as well. There was a big geezer standing there just shotting them out the door. Just had a big old bag in his hand, just shotting them to people, offering them out, but boom, boom, boom. I think that's probably who we got him off. And yeah, he was standing there. He might have even been a bouncer. He definitely had the bouncers on side, do you know what I mean? But he might have even been one for all. He was massive. You know what I mean? Shotting them out. I actually see someone try and well, they did. They robbed someone, yeah. There was like one or two people robbed someone. This geezer see it that was shotting, and sort of like went up to the geezer and was like, "Boom, boom, boom, what you doing?" Took all the stuff back, give it back to the geezer that got robbed, and sent him on his way. And people just wanted to have a good time, man. I mean, listen, it got a bit dark and a bit stupid. I remember they got to a stage, yeah. The people used to just turn up and try and rob people coming out of the station, yeah, because it was literally what 5-minute walk. Come out of Stratford station, walk down the road. It's 5 minutes. You come out, hit the main road. Once you walk past all get out of the Stratford station, go past the bus stops and all that, and once you hit the main road, it's sort of like there. You can see it's like 5-minute walk. But there'd be people there trying to rob people going to the rave, yeah. So like the bouncers from the Rex would come to the station, stand there and go, anybody, as people would come out of the station and go, anybody going to the Rex, anybody going to the Rex? You know, one nation, one nation. Call people, and people queue up and have to line up there, and they'd escort them to the rave so they wouldn't get robbed. I mean, he did get a bit of a joke, like, but someone ended up in the office, like just bopping through, opening doors, just got totally lost, trying to hit the dance floor, and it ended up in like some room with all the bouncers, yeah, like their break room, like flask, cup of tea, whatever. Yeah, it was just like he's standing there, chewing his face off. What's going on? Like fully expects he's about to get kicked out or beaten up for trying, like, you know what I mean, sneaking about, which you weren't. Bouncer just laughed, just took you back to the dance floor. All the outfits, mate. Machino up from top to bottom. A Machino hat, a Machino shirt, Machino jeans, and 110s. Or classics, or workouts, mate. Or workouts. I'd wear them Machino outfits now. Or the Burberry, not the Burberry one, but the Machino shirts from the mid to late 90s. I'd wear them now, I'd bust them now. Smart, mate. Machino written all over them. Some of them are a bit, you know what I mean, flames and barbed wire. Looks like, you know what I mean, you wouldn't be surprised. If you walk down the market, you wouldn't be surprised to see them sort of jeans like being sold on the market with spliffy on the back or something, you know what I mean? I remember like going to the toilet, yeah? This was going into the toilet one time, being totally ruined, as per. Standing at the urinal trying to squeeze the piss out. You know, sometimes you're just trying to go and you can't. You're so off your nut, you just can't. That's another one, isn't it? You know, when you're all talking, you're all standing there talking, so someone will go, what was we talking about? And no one remembers. You could have been deep into a conversation, like half hour into it, like proper deep into what you think is the best conversation in the world, and someone will go, what was we talking about? No one remembers. Anyway, I was standing at the urinal. Had no money on me, right? Nothing. Went to this rave. Had the money to get in. Money for ease. And £2 for a bottle of water. Yeah? Spare change. Shrapnel in my pocket, mate. Pennies. As I'm trying to squeeze out a drip of piss, like, matey behind me, some geezer, just put his hand in my pocket and pulled out and I'm talking shrapnel. 4p. You know, who knows? Like, I'd have been shocked if someone had pulled out a shiny 5p out of it. You know what I mean? It was shrapnel. Pulled out. I've turned around. He's gone, then what? I'm off me nut. He's off his nut. he's just robbed me for like 4p. I've gone, keep it. Should have put your hand in your other pocket. I've probably got 4e's in it. So keep it. Done my thing up. Flicked out that little bit of that drip of piss that I was trying to do. Walked out. It ain't worth the hassle, mate. Just got done for 4p or 7p or whatever. Let him have it. It was always good to be able to bum weed on the dance floor, mate, wasn't it? Oh, before the smoking ban come in and rave started to stink like BO. I mean, what's all that about, mate? Smoking bans and all that in like raves. Let the people smoke their weed, mate. I had to smell of BO. I mean, we're at the front of the Rex, yeah. They had big old speakers, like at the front of the Rex, at the front of the dance floor, yeah. So there'd be a stage yeah, with the MC and the 90 shakers, as they was called, yeah. The birds in their bikinis, professional dancers, yeah, getting paid. They were called 90 shakers or something like that. There was like big, massive speakers. They were like bigger than you know what I mean? You'd have to grab hold of them and lift yourself up onto them. They were like just lined up along the front of the stage. A few boys were on there dancing. And mate, he just fell down behind it, crash, just like buckled up like a deck chair, with like went like that and just slipped down it. Got stuck, you know. Trying to help someone out when you're off, you know. I mean, innit? You might as well not help them, walk off and leave them. It's probably what we did. It was always funny seeing the old men in any rave, but in the Rex, like suited and booted. They would be in their 50s, grey hair. I'd be so impressed. I'd be thinking, oh, mate, when I'm older, that's definitely going to be me. And when you get older, you think, no, it fucking ain't. You know what I mean? You think, no, it fucking ain't. I like just sitting down, whacking on Netflix or Shudder. I see someone, I'm sure it was the Rex, like, OD. We got in there, this was like literally at the beginning, and mate, he was already there in his boxers, everything off, sweating it up, chewing his face off. I think his night's going to end early, you know what I mean? He's already in his boxers, it's like 11 o'clock. And he just started swelling up. Skin went really pink, like pink. You can see his veins through there like a map. Like something, like someone was blowing him up with a balloon, mate. That's what he looked like. Rave got stopped, not for long. People like that, people have dropped in a rave from an OD, like, and they get no sympathy from the MCs. Like, if you can't handle it, don't do it, and all that. Yeah, the geezer's like blowing up like a fucking Augustus Gloop. They took him out, got rid of him. Like, I don't know what happened to him. I say got rid of him, phoned an ambulance, but yeah, the rave started as soon as they just come in, wheel the casualty out, and hit the music again. In the morning, like coming out, I don't know why they used to keep the barriers shut. They'd be like, they'd have the barriers shut at the station, and like 4 men there, like trying to hold back the fucking, trying to hold back the hordes. Like people should just like just jump. Hundreds of people just jump. As soon as one did it, everyone would be standing there like, but everyone would be standing. Be hundreds of you just standing there, just waiting for one person, just for one person just to go, I'm gonna jump it. And then as soon as he does, it's like a floodgates. People jumping it, people just barging through the things, holding it open, just like a wave of people going through. I remember getting on a train before, trying to go home, being totally off my nuts still, trying to get back to Romford. I think it was the Rex. And then, like, just gouging out, waking up, tripping out, talking to people that's not there. Like coming round in Battlesbridge, mate. Battlesbridge. The hell, how have I got here? But, I'm getting off a train before in Romford. Walking home, probably, I don't know, 20-minute, half-hour bop from Romford station. And talking to a group of people that that have been to the rave as well. The whole way there, just talking back all the way back to my house. Got back to my yard, turned around to say goodbye. There was no one there. I literally had a full-on conversation for 20 minutes, half hour. Nobody there. You trip out hard, mate. Oh, mate, I'll tell you the worst thing. This is any rave. And the Rex was quite big, yeah, so the rooms were quite big. It's easy to get lost in ones that you don't go in a lot. Let's just say you're just trying to find a toilet or whatever, bit off your nut, and you end up and you just open the wrong door and you just barge in without listening. You end up in the happy hardcore room. Everyone's in there in their yellow vests, blow whistles. Mate, you try and get out of there quick, try and skedaddle out of there quick, mate. Just try and get to the door you're trying to get to, because you're rushing, because that music is doing you nothing. You can't get out. You're just trapped in the happy hardcore room for what seems like all night, but you've probably been in there 20 minutes or something. 10 minutes, 5 minutes. But it seems like eternity, mate, when you're in that fucking room. Happy hardcore. Yeah, mate, the Rex. Best rave ever. If you enjoyed that, hit the subscribe and we'll chat tomorrow. Adios.